and welcome to another episode of Streamdorm News Roundup. And this episode is going to be music centric, the Nigerian scenes, the international scenes, and all that. And I have so many things that is interesting that happened for the past few weeks, for the past few days that I want to focus about. And that's just what I'm going to talk about in this episode. And yeah, so let's put a face to the voice. It is me, Adedayo the Motorboat, and I'm the one that is going to be the host for this episode. So before we go, let's make sure that you guys are subscribed. Make sure you like, make sure you share, because that's some of the things that help this channel to move forward. And to be honest, I would love that if you guys can do that for me. Today we have like so many topics, and when I was trying to do my own research, I got mixed with the topics that I was going to discuss. So I just kind of have to do it alphabetically. So I think it's even the best because now some of the topics are well arranged and it just like give us some mix of some of the things that we can all go over together and talk about together, because yes, like I said, there are so many things that I want to discuss in the space of music. So starting, it's this Simi story. Now Simi is coming out to say that she doesn't like the way that people are calling her child DUDUKE. And when she was pregnant, she released that song DUDUKE. It was not last year or last 3 years. I can't remember when DUDUKE. I think DUDUKE was released last year. Let me check. Yeah, the song. Okay, it was released. Sorry, it was released 3 years ago. Back in 2022, and that's when she was pregnant with her daughter, and her daughter name is Adijari. I think Deja. Yes, Deja. Deja is the music in which was based on that song. So her daughter name is Adijari Kosoko, and people have starts like is it the word synonym? Her daughter name is now synonymous with DUDUKE, and people are always like calling her child name DUDUKE. Like I said, yeah, some people call my daughter DUDUKE, which I don't like. That's not her name. It doesn't mean anything. I don't like it. Now, the DUDUKE, if you are familiar with the way some words can be shared with some we can create words based on the way the thing sounds. DUDUKE is an heartbeat, dudu. So she saying here that DUDUKE itself doesn't mean anything, and when since you are familiar with the song, it make my heart go beat DUDUKE. That's the lyrics of the song. People are now like calling her daughter DUDUKE, and she was like, no, I don't like, that's not my daughter name. So please, and for the sake of Simi, please stop calling it. Now, let me go further so I can understand what she was saying. Maybe if it meant something good like blessing, that's different. But DUDUKE is just a beat. DUDUKE, sound of a drum. That's what I meant. I meant my heart beats like a drum. Please stop calling my child DUDUKE. I get it how it is coming from a good place, so try not to react too much, and that's what I say. Like it's going, the heartbeat sound DUDUKE, so it's going like the sound of a drum. So moving on, Asake has announced that he's releasing an upcoming album which is titled Money, and I think it was not his first or his second album that was titled Mr. Money. So like this is somehow like a sequel, but it's something new. And if you are following Asake, this year he reinvented himself with this kind of military style, the way the new tattoos, the way he begins to dress, the way it begin the charisma is putting in his things, and it shows that he has rebranded himself, and this is something new he is trying for for himself. So Asake is set to bless fans once again, officially announcing his next project with a bang and igniting major anticipation across the music scene. Taking to Twitter page, Asake dropped a short, powerful message: "Money, the album, love, dollar sign." The post simple yet the post simple yet impactful has since stirred wave of excitement, signaling the arrival of what will be his fourth studio album. Though Asake release may not come in rapid succession, each album consistently raises the bar, and fans are eager to see how it tops his last. And that's the thing about Asake. Even following, sometimes there was a time where I was having where almost every breakup, break, breakthrough artist was releasing their own sophomore albums, and some were even going towards their third, some was going to their second, and actually was going to their third. Some of the things that I was looking at was that the last one is so good that even to the moment, to the day before your release, people were still feeling the last song, because that's how timeless the sounds were. And when the next album came, every single one of them that I had doubts for, all their album cleared, from Benson to Asake to even to Fave. Like, those albums were so good, and now he's going to release another album. So since he already has like an history of all it no miss, I believe that the next album is something that is going to be impactful, and I can't wait to see that album when it drops. So from album talks here, they made a list or a rank of the best album for uh, from the month of May, and to be honest, I don't know if this is in order or not in order, but I'm just going to like go through some of them. And please, you guys go check out Album Talks website on albumtalk.com. You can go check out their social media platform, because they're the one that I'm using to make this news. So go check them out. Now, the first year is Easy on Them by Semzi and Easy Scope. Then Uncle K, Lemon Cheese by Kizz Daniel. The Feast by Fowls, and Obunjaya Paradise Now. Okay, there's one more. Lady Duni, This Feels Like an Interlude. So those are the 5 albums that are on the ranks of this thing, the top 5 album for the month of May. And let me know what you guys think about this album ranking. This is something that you believe that is true, or this is something that you don't agree with, and you guys can leave that in the comment section down below. And to our next story, Cynthia Morgan fires back at PSquare, saying, "Your family made me look weak." Now let's read this together. She indirectly accuses him of complicit and hypocrisy. The Nigerian singer Cynthia Morgan, aka Madrina, has swiftly clapped back to Peter of PSquare pop group, who mentioned her name in his recent social media rant, and his family ongoing legal woes. Peter, also known as Mr. Pete, to Instagram on June 4, 2025, to accuse his brother Paul Okoye of and former manager Jude Okoye of betrayal, manipulation, and theft. The Afro-pop star vented his frustration, referencing past dispute with the family and adding fuel to the fire of an already complicated legacy. First off, before we even move on, like, we've known that this is not the first time that they've gone through fights. Like, they went for a long fight that broke the I would say legend, because even to this moment, their name PSquare is the only thing. I'm not saying that they're not great. I'm not saying that they're not good. Every song they're releasing is not good after their breakup. But I would say that the name PSquare, it's the only thing I can say myself recognize. How do I put it? That's not the rules. But that's how great the name PSquare is. But Mr. P and Wood Boy is just like scattered there. So it's feeling like a new generation of artists that is coming out. PSquare as already at the top. Then when you now start it as an individual, Mr. P and Wood Boy, I'm not feeling it. You get. So they broke up, they went their way, they did their thing, then each of them are now start coming up, then they got together and now another separation. You see how weird the thing is. So when you're saying that these guys are doing another fight, I'm like, come on, let's put the fight in the bag, bro. Put the fight in the bag. But let's read this. He wrote exactly what I was talking about. This was like cutting a post. The post says PSquare royalty. Peter's statement of EFCC full of lies. Lawyer tells court. And he says exactly what I was talking about. Their publicists doing everything for me to look like a liar. I am not Medi or Cynthia Monga. I am Peter Okoye, the one and only, the rock Okute Okute of the Okoyes. The truth shall surely prevail. Hashtag honor the thief. Abi una no thief. No, una thief, abi una no thief. Family does not steal from family. And the post went on saying, Peter comments don't sit well with Cynthia Morgan, who famously had bitter fallout with Jude Okoye under his Northside Entertainment label. In a response to their Instagram story, the German Jew singer said, now this is something I don't even like when it comes to honoring legends. Like, Cynthia Morgan it's one name in the industry, like not one name, like the name in the industry. What I will say is like there's a name in the industry that when you say Cynthia Morgan, everybody knows who you are talking about. Everybody knows what you are talking about. And when I'm writing articles like this, and like saying German Jews, it feels like that's the only hit song. But still, in a way, for a generation like myself, where I was born in a time when I still got a chance to listen to the previous music. I'm Gen Z, but I'm not late Gen Z. Or I'm Gen Z, but I'm not the Gen Z that is into this new generation things. I was still able to catch up with the old generation things. And for myself, I'll say that German just one of the songs that I still like, know and associate with Cynthia Morgan. But I believe that there are still other things that we can use, even of saying that the German Jew singer. It feels disrespectful for me. So she said, I have a mixed feelings about my name popping up like this. I am not a weak person. Certain family members made it look so. You at Peter P Square, until you found out what they were doing to you. Now me listen to Masha. So she's like saying that, why you guys calling me that? I also have my own problems, you guys. So I put in my own name. So Cynthia's statement implied that Peter was not just a bystander in the mishandling of her career, but a participant, or at least silent in the face of it. Her response has stirred reaction online, and I don't care about the reactions. But basically, it's like um, they called out a name. There's an article about a lawyer saying something, and it was like, hey, I'm not these people that you guys are treating me. Stop trying to badmouth me. And it mentioned a name, and that was Tia Morgan's name, and she was like, you can't be calling out my name like that. I still have my own problem with you guys, and why you guys calling my name? And that's what something that she feels like. So let me know, guys, what you guys think about this PSquare, Cynthia Morgan, the and the old Okoye issue. Put your comments down in the comment section below, and let's move on. Davido is set to perform at New Orleans, and some interesting names is performing with. Is he's going to perform with Jill Scott. He's going to perform with Jasmine Sullivan. He's going to perform with Erica Badu, Buju Banton, Summer Walker, Molly, Donald Jones. For me, Buju Banton and Summer Walker, for me personally, are like the big names that are associated in this list. Then there's there is Erica, um, there is so like those are the names that are big when it comes to that list. Please, for me. So let me guys know what you guys think about this. And still on Davido, he has caused a bit of a controversy. Um, Davido is so the article here says that Davido sparks controversy as he visits Tinubu with billionaire dad and uncle. Now, first off, one thing I always say, like it's something I'll tell I'll tell my friends. I even said one yesterday that see majority of problems when it comes to tribalism, when it comes to politics, the the problem is always with middle class and people that are in the lower end brackets. Like if you are rich, there's this kind of laughing and smiling that always go out. You see rich people in parties. Today they always tell themselves that hey, you are bad, you are crazy, you are this, you are that. Tomorrow they'll just be going ha 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 ha. You my friend, they'll be checking each other, they'll be hugging each other. And the next day they can go back to their own thing. But when it comes to putting on a show, they are always good at it. So I'm interested to see what the article has to say. Many have condemned him for this action. Now, he shared this photo with him, his dad, and his uncle, and this is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The picture, I think this is. I genuinely have no idea what that is. Interesting. So, superstar singer Davido once again at the center of online controversy after visiting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as his Lagos resident, flanked by his billionaire father Adedeji Adeleke and his uncle Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke. The singer took to Instagram on June 3rd, 2025, flooding his story with pictures from the visit taken with the president and oh, I'm so good to you. So good to you. So yeah, that was me too. I had a guess that it was up. I was like, oh, why would they uh, post the picture of Memi Tinubu on the presidential villa? And this cannot be. This may not be the presidential villa. This may just be another place. I'm so going to jail. The singer took to Instagram June 25, flooding his story with pictures from the visit taken with the president and the first lady Tinubu. While some fans praised Adeleke family, political prominence, and Davido status as a cultural ambassador, others didn't hesitate to call out what they saw as hypocrisy from fans and other Nigerians. And many took to social media pointing out how Davido was being spared for incest trolling after recently directed at Tony Abraham, Eniola Badmo, Seyi, Ayul Edeji, amongst others, for their open support of Tinubu. So basically, um, what's going on here is that they went for visits. Davido, Tinubu, his uncle, and his dad. They went there to visit the president. Whatever they discussed, I have no details of that. And people were like, "Oh, now Davido is bad. Let's fight and let's attack Davido." But some was like, "Eh? So now all these names, Eniola Badmos, Toye Bam, Shaylo, and Yuledeche, when they were going on and be supporting Tinubu, you guys were insulting them, you were calling them names, you were even threatening them. But when it came to the So to me, these guys are right to call out the pure and obvious hypocrisy amongst Nigerians that why are we always being selective when it comes to people that we are going to hate? Like if we are going to hate someone, let's hate everybody all together and stop trying to be selective and be pretentious in things like this. So moving on, we have an interesting story from ID Cabasa. Now, in case you don't know, ID Cabasa is having like a new project or list of projects that is working on, and the article says ID Cabasa shares how his conversation with Olamide inspired his upcoming project. The legendary producer explained why he's making a reimagined album, and basically he said here, Olamide mentioned that we should probably bring back some sounds that shaped the Afrobeat, and it resonated with what I was planning to do. So basically, the upcoming album is just going to be like a reimagined of some of the sounds that we have worked that they have worked on in the past. Like so, if what you should be expecting now is that all these old songs like Olufumi, like the new one is the one that he had Fireboy and Otumolu Black on it. So all those songs just be expecting a reimagined version with new artists on it and just like a bit to modify those kind of songs. I remember last time I talked about how what they're planning to do is trying to bring back that Afrobeat that the country has been missing over the years. So the next article here was like, why are we seeing a resurgence in sampling and imagination, which is what I even want to focus about. So I'm just going to try and skim through this album, and you guys can go. I'm sorry, through this article, and you guys can go with it on pulse.ng. It is written by Adeayo Adebi, so you just check it out. The growing trend of sampling and reimagining creates a rare moment of appreciating Nigerian music-rich history and the invaluable role of veteran stars who are finally getting their flowers. With when Tems won the prize for Best Song Performance in the 67th Grammys, with a major milestone for the superstar, but also for Seyi Sodom. It was a major milestone for the superstar, but also for Seyi Sodimu, whose classic record she sampled 28 years after its release. Tems' win was a major point in a growing trend of artists sampling and imagining classic Nigerian records. Clearly, the art of sampling is not new in the Nigerian music industry. After all, music itself is a process of finding new ways to channel existing art form. However, we can't deny that there has been a noticeable increase in the trend of Afrobeat stars taking a trip to the past to finding classic material that shaped the present. One of the leading figures of this trend is a legendary producer and executive, Heidi Cabasa, who has been releasing a series of reimagined classic ahead of his upcoming projects. The reason for this trend can be explained from the creative and marketing standpoint. All that factors are aligned to create pattern that artists are now embracing. Now they went on to like give out the list, the things that are making this art form of imagination and sampling to become a trend. Nostalgia. Music is a powerful art form that offers unique connection to individuals who use it for many things, including timestamps of different moments in their lives. When artists sample or imagine a classic record, they not only remind listeners of the timeless beauty of that record, but they create an atmosphere that transports them back to a specific point and in their lives marked by the song. A Google search on the power of nostalgia summarizes the findings as an experience that can be powerful tool for mental well-being and personal growth. It can boost self-esteem, increase optimism, and provide a sense in the in life by connecting individuals to their unexpected self. When rightly executed, nostalgia offers artists an effective tool with which they can get listeners to reconnect with a part of themselves and experience very strong emotion that would invariably affect their appreciation and classification of the record. A growing desire to appreciate history, while this might not be a collective or dominant sentiment, some artists are showing a willingness to appreciate the history of Nigerian music and talented artists who shape it. Sampling and imagination are means to pay tribute to veterans for their pace-setting and innovative contribution to Afrobeat, and the list went on to the lack of working formula. uh, Is this a positive for the industry, and so on and so forth? First, I would like to mention this that this reimagination and bringing back things of the past is not anything new in any art or in listen, in Africa or in Nigeria. This is something that Hollywood has been talking about, and it's gotten to a point where Hollywood is saying that is a problem. In music, it's something that is done so creatively, people don't really notice. Like when it comes to music, when you sample, it just go, oh, interesting. This is the past, and people go on the feel and the vibe to that song. Then, but if it comes to movies, people go like too much reboot, too much remix. It's getting too much. Now, the reason for the movie, I would say, is that the fact that you have to go to those places. Like let's say, for instance, listen to music, you have to go to a concert every single time you listen to a new music. I will feel that it will become a problem because the last the last section of this article was to ask the question: is this positive for the industry? And I would say that when it comes to music, it is a positive if done creatively. Like if once in a while you are releasing this nostalgic songs, you are releasing the sampling, you are releasing like the snippets when it comes to those thing again, or you are doing a re-release, it becomes good. But when it becomes a trend where everybody wants to do it, like especially in Nigeria, when something becomes it, everybody wants to be part of that it. Everybody wants they want to rake in all the cash they can get in from that because it's something that one person has done and it's already a working formula. So why try something new when there's already a working formula? So I believe that that's when it is a problem. But if not, um, I don't see no problem with it. A growing desire for appreciation of history, which is true, but I do believe that there are still many people that don't even know the history because of appreciating the history. At least I still have like uh, a daydreaming when it comes to some things that have happened in the past. I can still remember some things, though I was born later in life. When it comes to, I'm not as I was still born before, so that's it. So I'm not that young. But what I'm saying is that I was born. I'm not born in a generation where I said that, oh, my generations are doing this kind of certain things, but I'm not that kind of person. Well, I still have these memories of the past. So for me, there is still like this desire to learn about the history. While there are some that don't even know the history because of appreciating it. The lack of a working formula, which is a bad thing. Like when it becomes something that everybody is doing, everybody wants to do they want to go into one genre. Like Wizkid released one song and everybody wants to be like Wizkid. Asake released one song, everybody wants to be like Asake. That becomes a problem. That's when I start beginning to fight with everybody. Like, come on now, let's do something new. It's not by force that everybody must release something like this. That's where I see a problem in. But if not, I really don't see it. So if done creatively, bringing back nostalgic sound and this mission that I, the Cabasa, and other Nigerian producers and musicians are working to do, I believe it can become successful. But the moment it becomes too much, it becomes too much. I'm still focusing more on music, and the reason why I'm still focusing more on movies. And the reason why I skipped out on music is because it got to a point where some of the things became too much. But if I could see something new and I could get that snap and that click, I believe that I would go back. So let's talk about something real quick. Kizz Daniel released Uncle K EP. I think this album is already out. So when did they put the release date? This is what I'm saying. These are some things that I did not really pay attention to. But I believe it's out already. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, some vibes, release some of the. I think it's out. So the next one will be Lojay Love Adaptation. It's in its third anniversary. No, yeah, fourth anniversary. It was released 4 years ago. So the question I'm going to pose to you is that where were you when Love Adaptation by Lojay and Sarz was released? Now, an interesting topic I want to talk about is this NNPC. And NCC, the Nigerian, uh, just because I'm so going to jail. NCC, they've come out to say that if you don't have a license to a particular song as a DJ in Nigeria, you have no right to release to play that song. At least if the artists come out to that, why are you playing my song? Then you guys can become in trouble. So the director general of NCC, John ATTN, was the one who came out to say this. He said, engaging in this act without the owner authorization constitutes an infringement under the Act. Such infringement may constitute civil wrong or criminal offence under Section 44, Paragraph 7, punishable upon conviction by fine not less than 1 million or imprisonment for a term not less than 5 years or both. The public performance of DJ or music by DJ, whether at hotel, event centers, club gatherings, or recreational facility, constitutes both a public performance and a communication to the public of musical work and sound recording as provided for under the Act is stressed. Then the article went on saying that the DG advises DJs to obtain appropriate licenses and pay royalties to approve collective management organizations before engaging in such performances. It also emphasizes the Commission will not hesitate to investigate, arrest, and prosecute any DJ found to be in contravention of the law. Copyright infringement can be an issue in Nigeria. If you have an issue with this, I don't know what to tell you because this is common and basic knowledge when it comes to the business of music. Even in church, that's how crazy it is. Even in church, you still need the authorization of the artist before you can play it. You see softwares, you can't use softwares without paying for the license of it, even in church in other countries. So if you go around and you say that, oh, the DJ in Nigeria is doing too much, They don't have the right to do that. I can do what I want. Artists should not be shouting. I'm like, you guys just shut up. Calm down. Calm down, shut up. This is normal music practice. You need the authorization of the owner of the property before you can use it. It's like a movie. Imagine me re-uploading your movie on my YouTube channel. Will you just sit down and relax and say that it's just a movie, it doesn't mean anything? Or I go around and I take your movie and I host a private screening of your own movie. Will you be happy with it? Or I upload it on my own website and tell everybody they can download this? You won't be happy with it. So this is common practice when it comes to the business of doing music. So anybody that is against this, they need to check themselves and check the constitution, because if you break this law in other parts of the country, or sorry, in other parts of the world, then you can be facing jail time. So I don't know why we are having issue with this. So moving on, we have an Offset and Cardi B story. So I'm just going to give like a brief rundown of what's happening in this Offset and Cardi B's drama. So the headline I have here is that rapper Offset responds to his ex-wife Cardi B for recreating a new man's hairstyle on their son before deactivating his Instagram account. So basically, Cardi B went on she to do the hairstyle of the new man. The new man being Stephon Diggs, which was an NHL player, and so NFL player, and it was like angry and was crashing out. Then he went on to deactivate his social media account, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of them, which was kind of weird and funny at the same time. So there was like a series of drama between both of them, and we have so many people chipping in. Like 2 days ago, the game advises Offset to pursue Angel Viz since Cardi B went for the NFL player Stephon Diggs. Then Cardi B touches Offset over spousal support. I want you to die slow. Then Cardi B says she would end up killing ex Offset if they were still together. I was literally losing my mind. Then Offset shades Cardi B and Stephen Dunn Instagram official romance, and the NFL player reacts. Then Offset asks for spousal support as Cardi B divorce drags on. Then there are a lot of so basically what you should just have there that both parties are not cool with each other, both Offset and Cardi B. Like so, and this is something that have been going on both internally and externally. What I would say is that I don't care what you guys do. I genuinely don't care. You guys want to fight and break yourself, and you want to eat your head on the wall, as long as none of you die. But do not involve your children. You guys have you are grown adults. I've not gotten to where you guys are, so you guys know what you guys are going through. But at least do not get your kids involved. That would be the only advice I would say. So, what do you guys think about this story between Offset and Cardi B? Leave a comment down in the comment section below. Like, you guys can go share this, and please, if you are checking out Streamdorm on other social media platform, please go to our YouTube. It is the same name, Streamdorm. You check our YouTube Streamdorm, then you guys should please subscribe and turn on the post notification, because we are dropping our clips and we're planning on doing a live shows where it can be more interactive with you guys. So Russ Ride Slow, that's the song, has now surpassed 200 million streams on Spotify. This is the 11th song to reach this feat via chart data. And personally, this is something I'm happy, because Russ is someone that he has been having so many features with Nigerian artists, and he has also been having some features with the international artists. Sorry, artists from features. Is an American, but he has been having some features with Nigerian artists, and he's someone that's been giving moments when it comes to the loves of Nigeria, loves of Nigerians. So I'm so happy for him, and also Seyi Vibez, Children of Africa, as the EP has also surpassed 50 million streams on Spotify. That's something that I'm also happy for him. Now, speaking on Spotify, they held a masterclass on June 3rd, yeah, I believe. I think it was June 3rd, where they talked about combating streaming farm. And in case you don't know what streaming farm, it's basically when artists who normally have less than 10 streams will go and buy bots to stream their songs, and all of a sudden you are seeing 1,000 streams, 5,000, 1 million streams. Meanwhile, those 1 million streams are not even from real people. So artificial stream, which includes fake plays from bots and click farms, remains a serious issue in the music industry. In continuous efforts to tackle this issue, Spotify held a masterclass for artists to educate them on various forms of streaming manipulation and adverse effects on the music industry. Please, before we move on, I'd like to say that this was something that I may or may not have been doing, and that's like in other things for others. But over the years, I've seen the effects on how bad it could be, and I've also seen, well, there's not much of a positive aside from having to to be look like you are doing more than you're actually doing, when in reality you are not doing half of what people think you are doing. So what I have to do now is that I have to start growing myself organically and start pushing out things that are more original. And there's the one that you get from going viral. Like if you do something that is viral, like one of my accounts on Instagram, I posted a video and the video went viral. The problem was now having to post something to follow that virality, which was almost impossible. That's one issue. You go viral for one thing and you can't follow up, that's an issue. But if you're not buying streams, or you're buying bots to increase your followership or increase your um, things, then it becomes an issue, because when you tend to have things as a community, there's no community, because everybody that is around you is fake. So basically, what they are trying to say is that organic growth is still the way to go. Especially if you're an artist, because I still don't understand why artists do this. I've seen artists come to me and the advice I always say is that market yourself. I'm having a strict media platform here for God's sake. So come to me and we can talk this out. If it's something that both of us are definitely going to benefit from, where it's something, if it's for me to spend more money, then I spend money, for you to spend more money, then I spend more money. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to host a show where nobody shows up. If you are getting 1 million streams and you host a show and nobody shows, or a promoter comes and says that come and perform and nobody shows up, then who are the 1 million people that are streaming your thing? Where are you getting it from? This is some of the things that will come back to bite you, because at the end of the day, maybe you are earning $10 or $100 from your streams because you are stream farming, and you look at it that, oh, a month I am earning 50 to 100,000. One day it's going to catch up to you, where when you look at your expenses and your income and the profits you've made, you are losing more than you're making. So this is why most people, most artists are just going to quit. And there was a story like that I was supposed to include the part of the to talk to it, but I lost it, where artists were saying that where ID Cabasa was saying that so many artists quit for the good start, and the majority of artists that quit are artists that believe that they could just game the system. It doesn't work like that. You have to produce more original things and build slowly. The stage people that listen to you, let it be organic thing. If it's 100 people that listen to you, let it be organic content. 100 people. The day a billion people will start listening to you, you don't even know how it came true. So that's something that you should try and start building little by little. So a big congratulations to Tems. First, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Leave a comment, leave a like, and a big congratulations to Tems. Um, she received a Billboard Diamond Award, and by the way, Tems already have one album, uh, two EPs, there are a few songs. So Tems is she's hot, like she's going in hot. So she won a Billboard Diamond Award. She received the album at the Billboard Global Power Player event, which also had attendance like iconic rapper Olamide. Also received an award as part of the Global Player. So Olamide also won an award on that same day. In terms awards a statement of her success, especially in the United States, where she has become one of Africa's biggest musical exports. Thames, um, Ira Star, Tyler, and those three are like Africa music exports. And the last song was Love Me Jeje, which was also part of that album, which has added to her higher certification, receiving a gold. So this is something that she's already becoming uh, big. And one thing also is that you should know is that this are born in the Wild album was released a year ago, and it's as if it has received achievement like over 500 million streams on Spotify. The Love Me JJ has gained 125 million listens on Spotify and 21 views on YouTube alone. The album peaked at number 2 on Billboard World Album Charts. It became the highest charting album by a Nigerian female artist on the Billboard 200. It sets a record as the highest charting album by a Nigerian female artist and UK official album chart. Tems won Best Music Performance at 2025 Grammy Awards for Love Me Jeje, beating Yemi Alade, Burna Boy, Wizkid. Born in the World was nominated for Best Global Music Album at the 67th Annual Grammy Awards. Burning from the album was nominated for Best R&B Song at 2025 Grammy. She is the first Nigerian artist to have 2 Grammy Awards following her 2023 win for Best Melodic rap performance for her feature on Future's Wait For You and Love Me Jeje. The album was ranked as one of the best albums of 2024 by Billboard and Rolling Stone. She performed in medley Love Me Jeje and the album title track on Tonight's Show starring Jimmy Fallon in May 2024, marking her debut in the show. Tems headlined the inaugural SXSW London event from June 2nd to June 7th, performing at the London Chugsy venue, June 2025. This is like so many records and so many things that she has done just from one album, and this is something that I love to see. And also Tems, she got one weird comment on social media, and basically the person said everyone knows she is one of the big she just have big laps, not actual ass. Then Tems said, I never thought I would need to say it, but you are all weird. It's small, it's flat, it's fat. Dog, it's mine. Show us your bum bum, low. So me too, I will turn and say, see, now show me Nah, show me yours first. See how that feels. It's just a body. I will add and lose weight. I never once ate my body. I just didn't feel the need to prove or disprove anyone. The more you don't like my body, the better for me actually. It's enough now. Move on for my bum. So basically, he's saying that the conversation you guys are having on our backside is already becoming too much and becoming weird. So you guys find another topic of discussion or have something to talk about. Go and get a girlfriend for yourself. Stop being in the room all the time and be chatting rubbish on your social media accounts. So she has to come out and talk about and say all that please move on. If you guys come out and say that show me your bum bum, that's who she was going to reply you and you see who's going to become red going to become red that. So please let me know what you guys think about this Tems story from the Billboard awards to the All in the World achievement to this conversation she had on Bum Bum. And for the final story of the day, it was Long Live Lagos premiere that Wizkid had at Tribeca Festival, and there were so many pictures, him and his daughter and his friends, and this just him sitting down. Then we have a panel that was there. The movie was also premiered, so people got to see the movie first. And this was just him and some of his friends. And this is the poster for the album with his son, and I think that's his daughter. And this this is manager. This is manager and some of the executive and producers of the movie. So whenever it's out for people to go see it, most likely might check it in cinemas when it's out on a cinema near me, and I will give it a review. But the first movie I'm going to give a review, if it comes out after Superman, then I most likely might try and go to the cinema to go and watch it. But the first movie I'm going to start giving out reviews is Superman. Then instant after that, I'll go to the cinema. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. How you guys feeling? um, what the corrections. I'm always in for a good conversation. So you guys should let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below and subscribe and I will see you